What's going on, family? It's the entertainer, the motivator, the educator, Lucky Murray. Back with another Gamecock news update. Today, we're speaking about the offensive line. Is the criticism that the offensive line is getting in 2022 after a very lackluster game between Georgia State and the Gamecocks, is it warranted? And also, two of the offensive leaders spoke up about the play of the offensive line. So we're going to read the article. I'm going to give you my opinion about this. Yes, I may be biased, but I'm also a fan just like you. I may be in front of a microphone speaking, but at the end of the day, Lucky Murray is a fan just like you. So let's read the article, Sherry. It's from the Greenville News, right? So let's go right here. It's from the Charlotte Observer. Excuse me. It's the South Carolina offense has a lot of room for improvement. Head coach Shane Beamer said as much as Saturday after the 35-14 win over Georgia State, and again Sunday night while speaking on his weekly teleconference. I already did a video about their lackluster performance. Please watch the video card somewhere below. It says, "We had him in our hand," Beamer said Sunday. We all had a hand in it. I can't read right now. This includes the offensive line, which spent much of the 21 season faces criticism from those outside the program and bearing the brunt of those who opted to point fingers at what might be holding the offense back. Some of the criticism has already resurfaced in 22. But it's too soon to overreact to any one thing from the very first game, Beamer said. On Monday, two of the South Carolina offensive leaders followed in Beamer's direction by sending words of support over social media towards the offensive linemen, who were pretty much bombarded on message boards, podcasts, and Twitter. And the two Gamecocks who said it the most, who made their voices known, depend on the offensive lineman. So we're going to read the tweet. So here's Marshawn Lloyd's tweet. It says, chill on my offensive line, the running back said. I usually don't do this, but I'm tired of hearing this about them. Them boys work hard. Don't be a fan later. We will be straight. I promise you that. And then quarterback Spencer Rattler followed with, amen. Love them guys. We'll be just fine. Right? It says South Carolina managed 79 rushing yards and Rattler was sacked 3 times in a 21-point win. No Gamecock offensive lineman ranked inside the top 50 run blocks among SEC offensive linemen who played 20% of their team snaps this week. In pass blocking, USC's Jalen Nichols ranked 8th among SEC linemen. The next closest was Dylan Wanham at number 49. Right? So they're saying that we all had a saying in that. So let's break that down real quick, guys, because I know from the team perspective, them boys are working hard. Them boys are at battle every single day. And Marshawn Lloyd and Spencer Rattler, what do you want them to say? Do you want them to come up here and say, no, our offensive line is trash? You know, we need to get a new one. No, you cannot do that. You have to back up your teammates. And I agree 100% with Marshawn Lloyd, and I agree 100% with Spencer Rattler, backing up for the team, especially the running back. But they have to understand the fans don't get to see the work. And just because you criticize something doesn't mean you're not a fan of something. But think about this. In Columbia, if it wasn't for the fans, you wouldn't have that big, nice LED lights at Willie B. You wouldn't have the facilities that you would have. You wouldn't have a lot of those different things that you do have when you are on a rise and when you have a fan base and also a booster and donors who are willing to donate to help you with that cause. So let's just keep it funky. I know players are going to be players, but at the end of the day, these players get NIL deals. These players are paid to play. They may not be contracted players. They may not be on contract, but they do get some money, especially the high talented players such as Spencer Rattler and others on the team. So when you're criticizing somebody, you're not hating. You're speaking the facts. So the facts of the matter is that it is alarming You know, yes, we should not hit the panic button. Yes, we should not go after these boys first game of the season. But at the same time, against the Georgia State team, we only had 79 yards rushing. Spencer Rattler was sacked 3 times, and he could have been sacked more if he didn't move on his feet, create plays, and get out the pocket. You know, anybody who ran the ball last week, it doesn't matter if it was Marshawn Lloyd, don't matter if it was Shaheem Bell, don't matter if it's Juju McDowell. Nobody was getting yards. And this against a Georgia State team. Next week, we're going against, I believe, the 19th team in the nation, which is the Arkansas Razorback, who's a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more better athletes than Georgia State. No, not the Georgia State. Sean Elliott has a great team over there. Them boys going to do good this year. So when it comes to talking about the team, I think that the fans, we have a legitimate point to make. And what y'all job to do is Saturday shut us up. Saturday show us that them boys been working, that them boys are about their action. You know what I'm saying? Show us a upset win against Arkansas. Show us 100+ yards rushing. Because guess what we averaged last year? We averaged about 20-something points, like 22 points last year. We averaged like 120 yards rushing, maybe 145 yards rushing. I'm going off the top of my head. We were, as far as rushing, as far as passing, we were in the bottom of the NCAA, not just the SEC. So when people have criticism, they back it up with factual things. They're not just coming out of thin air just to hate or just to hate. But as a player, you keep supporting your team. You keep doing what you need to do. But as fans and as media, we have to talk about different things like that. Us talking about those different things like that help the program become relevant, because guess what? People are passionate about those Gamecocks, man. No, is it time to panic? No, it's not time to panic yet. But depending on how they look against Arkansas, I'm going to make my predictions on what we are facing. Whether that was just game 1, those guys clean it up, or whether, hey, man, listen, maybe we need to bring down our expectations just a little bit because we're not ready for prime time. Or we may be like, listen, man, that was a fluke. Offensive line's legit. Only time we're telling Saturday would be the beginning of that time. So that's just my opinion, man. I think that the criticism is credited, but we shouldn't be criticizing them that hard. We shouldn't be going after that hard because it's only been one game, man. Let's see how they do at Arkansas. We can talk about that. But here's what I need you to do, because I'm just a man behind the camera. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Against the entertainer, the motivator, the educator, and please don't forget all 3. Lucky Mary Pep, another Gamecock news update. Yes, I got my whistle on. Just came back from coaching because I am official. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. But like always, it's the next time, people.